Following on from my last video, which I've literally only just recorded, this is an extra one. I thought I would do this separately. I thought this would be more helpful to have it as a separate video. I've taught a lot of adult men who have found that the education system didn't really support them when they had young voices. The common story is that when somebody's voice starts to break, break, by the way, being not the most helpful way of describing it, it's more of a transition, it's a growing, it's developing. People have stopped singing or they found it hard to get the notes, and when the voice has finished transitioning, it kind of feels like you're starting again, starting from scratch. Particularly perhaps if you didn't sing a great deal before your voice transitioned, maybe, or became a bit shy during the process. So one of the main things that people tend to require help with is simply singing the note that I play. I play a note with the piano, matching it. It seems fairly basic, but you wouldn't believe how many people experience difficulties with that. The previous video has lots of relaxation exercises to help with that, sort of opening up, becoming familiar with the vocal cords, and the breathing exercises for letting go of any sort of negative attitudes or feelings or any tension in the body. They're very good. And then there's the whole aural skills, the hearing, musical hearing, and that's what this video is for. So the first video that I did, I played it all in the middle of the piano from around middle C. And if I sing middle C, la, ya, ya, ya. The average man is probably a baritone, and it won't feel the same. If you try and sing the same note that I just did, it might feel like it's higher in the voice. For me, that's a middle note. You try and sing it, the exact same note, and see how it feels to you. Now I'm going to do the C above that. You try and sing it. Now you try and sing that. If you sang that, and you sang it exactly as I did, then it's likely that you were using what is sometimes described as falsetto. And you were singing as high as a mezzo-soprano, for example. And you could sing things like Handel, countertenor type stuff. So if you Google that, countertenor, Handel, you'll hear what I mean, if you're not already familiar with it. Now I'm going to do a low note. I'm not going to do a low C because I can't actually sing quite that low, or quite low, so I'll work my way down to it though. I'm going to do an A now. La. Now you sing that A. That's quite a low note for me. Not massively, but a little bit. But the idea is hearing that on the piano and finding what's probably a medium-high note for a lot of guys, maybe quite low for a tenor. It might feel low for a tenor, maybe not. And then la la la, and that's my bottom note. So I'm going to pause for a second, and we reached this A. So this should be comfortable for basses and baritones to sing. Perhaps tenors and definitely baritones. La la ya ya la 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 la. Just sing it to anything. And now sing this one, which is just a few notes above. Na. And then I'll play the lower A that we started off on and the A above for comparison. Try and sing both, see how they feel. If I were to demonstrate that, I actually have to sing them what's known as an octave higher. So I'm playing this A, but that note isn't in my range. I actually have to demonstrate by singing this one. La. So from now on, if I'm singing, I will demonstrate an octave higher. It may seem very simple. For some people it's a complete revelation, because a lot of primary school teachers, particularly say 50 years ago, would have been ladies, and if a lady is guiding a bunch of lads through their voices for the first time, and some lads their voices start to get deeper in primary school, it may be obvious or it may not be obvious that the lady was actually singing something that is higher, and some people will automatically just know, and they'll automatically pitch the octave below, 8 notes below. Others, it comes across as a kind of groaning, and you hear it in primary school singing classes even now. It's quite hilarious and sad at the same time that people are trying to get this note, but they're like way off course from it. And it's not tone deafness, it's kind of like oral skills and just trying to find a corresponding point in your voice that matches another person's voice and yet sounds good together. A lot of people, girls included, end up naturally harmonising. It's like, well, I can't quite get this note, it's a little bit high for me, it's a little bit low for me, but I'll find something that matches. And they'll end up doing maybe a third or a fifth above. And I've taught people that whenever they have to sing a low note, the girls will, because they can't quite get the low note, and maybe even when they're in primary school, because mature lady teachers' voices will be naturally low, like mine. Young girls often can't get quite as low as that, and so some girls develop the habit of always singing low notes, 3 notes higher than they're supposed to be, because that's what they did when they were a kid. They're trying to sing something that sounds good, it's a harmony, but they can't quite get the actual note they're supposed to, if that makes sense. So I'm going to play and you sing it in the pitch that it is. Or if your voice is sat higher, then sing it an octave higher. Now I'm going to do a slightly bigger interval. And I'm going to do it to O and R. O, ah, O. And again to O, ah, O, feeling the change of the vowel. I'm going to do some to a smaller interval now, just in case that was a little bit tricky. To and R. to do a pattern that has 3 notes, involving what we've just done, but putting them together. So 2 open vowels, and R. I'm feeling the way that they run into each other, they change in the throat. You might want to put your hand here. Or you might notice your tongue and back of the mouth changing a little bit. This is good for vocal flexibility, getting it moving. I'm demonstrating, I'm actually singing these ones, but these will be quite low in your voice. Be as dramatic and operatic as you like. Let loose. Hopefully you didn't feel like you were entering the back zone too much there. What I was gesturing there is to encourage, as we're getting into what is often described as head voice, keep that feeling of the breath staying in here, not letting too much air out, so sort of big tree trunk sort of shape, and keep the sound going through. Don't worry if it goes into what you feel might be falsetto, just let it do what it naturally wants to do. Let it join together smoothly, using the breath and the core muscles to support you through the process. Don't worry if it feels like it's got some cracks in it, just let it go. And now for those who have a falsetto range, quite a big one, I'm going to go through some exercises, and if you feel like you're more bassy, just do the ones that you can manage. Keep going as long as you can. So starting in a sort of falsetto-y, head voicey feeling. And now I will run through finally some exercises that might be more suited to tenor, sort of baritone, or just sort of musical theatre style, pop style singing, in the way that it might feel like it's belting. That's my impression. So instead of singing it like sort of an innocent angel choir girl or something, I'm kind of giving it a bit more passion. It's the part of the voice where you sort of feel like you're calling out, you're reaching out. Hey! So if you just say that, if you're having difficulty finding the sound, just practice shouting, hey! As you keep going high, it might feel like it's turning into operatic sounds, fine, just go with it. And if you can keep going. And that will hopefully cover all basses and tenors and baritones. Going through all the different parts of the voice, singing in different ways. Feel free to rewind to different bits that work better for you and to go over bits again, that kind of thing. Experiment with different vowel sounds, different consonants. And if you're still stuck, then of course you can come and see me, because sometimes it helps to have somebody else say, yes, that was the note, that's the one that you're supposed to sing, yes, that did match, no it didn't. Or you could